Wanted to finally unveil the secret project I've been working on for the past 9 months, introducing SureDash. It's your central hub for delivering value to your members with content, courses, community, and events, and there's a lot of other things it could do as well. It's a plugin that you download to your website and install it to create this central hub. Let me show you what a SureDash looks like. Once you've installed it, there's an option here that says SureDash, and this is all visual, what you see when you're building this out. So there's a few concepts here that are very similar to some community SaaS platforms, where over here on the left, we're creating things called spaces, and then we're grouping them in these groups called space groups. So I have created each of these spaces and decided what they do. Now, to have this make full sense, let me show you what this looks like on the front end, and then we'll come back here so I can show you around. Here's a SureDash that I built. It took me about 15 minutes to put together. Obviously, it's because I knew what I wanted. And this particular SureDash I'm going to use for delivering courses, delivering content and announcements about this community. I'm going to use it for discussions. There's also an ability in SureDash to have private discussions with your members for coaching programs and things like that. And I'm also using it to deliver custom web apps that I've built. So this is this SureDash. Let me quickly show you another one. Now, this SureDash is actually a little bit of a mess. We've been using it while we've built it. I've given some folks access to it. You can see right here, there's an announcement feed, there's interactions, there's commenting, and this SureDash, while it's being set up for testing to try everything out with it, it really shows the different things that you could do with it with courses and community. So you can see the two have different colors because you can fully customize all the colors. And also these items here on the left, these are those spaces and these are those space groups. And I'm going to show you a deeper look at that here in a sec. So right here is a start page that I created just to give some information. Now, since this is a WordPress plugin, it's not some side-loading application alongside your website. All your third-party plugins can work inside of SureDash to create this central hub for your members. Since this one is for courses, here's an announcement feed that this SureDash has where I can go and add new announcements about expansions of courses or new courses. And you can see I'm going with this beach theme. If you notice, there's this banner here. Each of these spaces can have its own banner image so that you can make it look your brand, make it look unique. Now, there's a full-blown course builder inside of SureDash. So you can see over here, I've created a space group called Learning Center, and I have 3 different courses here. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So here is a course. It's all loaded up, and here's the name and the information. You have full design control. Since this is using the block editor, you can make this look however you want, style it however you want. And down here is a grid of the courses. I didn't add the thumbnail images. I probably should have just while I'm showing you around, but that's okay. So it's going to create this grid of your modules and the lessons that you've created. And here's what the experience is when you go into a course. It's really cool because what we did is we changed it. So we kept your styling, but it looks totally dedicated for courses. So here, let me click on this. All right, so here I am in the course view. You notice it looks a little bit different. Over here on the left, we put the thumbnail image that you can add for your course. We have the list of lessons. There's progression. That's where you're in a lesson and you mark it as complete. You can see that option up here on the top right. And also up here, you can see there's an ability with all the pieces of content to bookmark it. So if I'm a member and I'm logged in and something really interests me, I can bookmark it and easily find it later. And over here on the bottom left, you can see where that progression has taken place. Now, I have configured the lessons to be able to leave comments, so you can easily make it so the learner, the student, can engage with you inside of the course. Let me go ahead and click right here where it will show the discussions for this particular lesson. And we've styled the interactions and the comments beautifully. You can see it's big, it's bold, different members can interact with the comments, they could like, they can reply. It's just styled beautifully. Every area of this has been styled beautifully and it's fully customizable. Now this lesson itself, you could put any type of video you want in there. I'm using Presto Player, of course, but you can put in any embed code from any service. Any way that you want to get content into these lessons, you could do it. And also additional content in the lessons. If you want to add buttons and text-based lessons along with video, you could do it. You can even set the width to be whatever you want for these lessons, this container here that has the actual lesson content in it. So let's go ahead and click right here where it says back to course. Takes us right back here and we're back to where we were in the SureDash. So what I built here is right here, I've got 3 different courses. So you got to see how courses are and how cool it is when you're in the course, how professional it looks along with the video progression. Now I also did something really cool here. And this just goes to show that you could put anything inside of your SureDash. It's not locked. It's not proprietary. It's open. It's WordPress, very close to WordPress. So I made these e-commerce apps. It's so cool. So here I just clicked on the keyword researcher, and this is working with a plugin that we have called SureForms. You can put any kind of form tool. You can use anything you want in SureDash, but this is something cool that we built into a product called SureForms, where you can build web apps that interact with external services. So here is a web app where I've put to add value to this central hub that I'm delivering this course. And I made this to do product research. So what this does is it's a form that sends the data into SureTriggers, which is a workflow automation tool just like Zapier. It does a bunch of things with a bunch of different services, and then it returns that value right here. So it's an easy way for me to level up the value someone gets when they join this membership. But that's something for a different video on how to make these really cool web apps with no code. It's so easy. And then I have this area here called Discussion Center, and I have various discussions on different topics. So let's go ahead and click into one. And here it is. This is just the introduce yourself discussion. And so it's just like the announcements. You can leave comments, you can interact, you can engage, you can like. If I wanted to leave a post and introduce myself, I can click right here. I get this little modal, pop in a title, pop in what I want to say, and I can publish it. I can also put in media, an image, or a video. Here's that other SureDash that we use for testing. And you can see we have a lot of content here in this Ask a Discussion. All kinds of different content you can drop in, images, Spotify embed codes, YouTube, TED Talks, whatever you want. You can easily add it inside of one of these discussion feeds, and you can have as many discussion feeds on individual topics that you want. So this right here is the different discussion feeds that I've set up for people on different topics related to the content inside of this central hub. And then down here we have external links. These are self-explanatory. These are pinned links that are important to the members of this course that will take someone out of the membership. Now, down here, you can access your user profile. You can click on it. You can see your profile and your bookmarks, and all members can have a profile. I'll just jump into my profile right here. You can see I can add a profile image. It'll natively use Gravatar. That's where it's a service where you register your email address and what the image, the headshot would be, and then it will work with all the services across the internet. So you have that as an option, but not everyone knows the Gravatar thing, so you can let people pop in a image on their own there. And also you can let someone have their own cover image. And then there's other information they could put in here, bio and all this kind of stuff. Now, what's really cool is if I'm in a discussion feed and I see someone posted something, I can visit their profile. So I'm back to the introduce yourself, and I can click on the name right here, and it's going to take me to my profile, show my image, my contact information, and it's going to show a list of the posts that I've made, as well as the comments that I've made all throughout the SureDash. And here's something really cool. We make other products, and we make SureCart. And so I've, on this site, I integrated the SureCart customer dashboard where you can access your subscriptions that you might have, your receipts, your billing information, your payment methods. And so it's here. I haven't purchased anything. That's why you don't see any orders here. But you can see how just beautifully it ties in and it's all married together. In fact, that's the reason we made SureDash. We build SureCart. It's been out for 2.5 years. It's the #2 e-commerce plugin for WordPress. And that's because WooCommerce is #1. It's going to take a little while to catch up. But we built this beautiful customer area inside of SureCart. And a constant request we've been getting since day one is, how do I manipulate that? How do I add menu items? How do I add more content in there? And out of that user request over the years for SureCart, that's how SureDash was born. And you could use SureDash any way that you want. Now, I'm obviously showing you courses, but everything's modular. You can just turn the courses off. There's discussion feeds. There's so many different use cases for SureDash. So you can use it for a coaching program. I'll show you in a sec. We have this private conversation mode. I'll show you that. It's pretty cool. You can have discussions or not have discussions. Same thing that goes for the events. We're also building a resource library in there where you can add PDF documents or other kinds of resources that can be accessible inside of the SureDash that you build. So you can use this for your clients if you want to give them access to documents, have intake forms, access their billing in just this beautiful custom experience that ties in with your brand. You can easily do that. You can do e-learning. You could do courses. There's so many different use cases for this, for associations and HOAs and all kinds of different ways that you can use SureDash. It's not just discussions. It's not just courses. It's everything, which brings me back to the interface for SureDash. So everything I just showed you, you visually build it here. So if I want to add a new space, I would say, do I want to add a new course into the Learning Center? Let me click on the plus. Okay, what do I want to add in there? Do I want to add a course? Okay, I'll click on this. It's just click, click, click. It's so easy to set up. Actually, I don't want to add a course there. You can add whatever you want. So you can add a post. So this would just be content that you create. And like I said, you can use all of your third-party plugins. You want to have a video, a link, a feed. A feed would be like you saw with the announcement feeds. These are pieces of content that you post or one of the admins of your SureDash post. Discussions, that's where the members actually get to post. A course, and we have events and a resource library coming on the way. It's so exciting. So everything in here is absolutely visual, and you can drag and drop things. So for example, here's events. If I wanted events over the resource library, I just drag and drop it, and I can move these spaces and organize them however I want, very easy with no code. If I don't like the icon, I can click on the space, click on the icon, and we have a beautiful icon library. The initial library we came out with, I didn't like much. It didn't feel like what I wanted, and we found this beautiful icon library, and these icons look fantastic. And each space has some very simple settings. So for example, let me go to that course, Build Your Store. Very simple. I've got the name of the course. I have the banner image, which is totally optional. You don't have to use those. I have the thumbnail for the course right here. If I want to edit the course description, I click on edit. We get this little modal right here with the content, and I can put whatever I want in it. I happen to have a video and this description, but you can use any of your third-party tools because this is close to WordPress. Do I want comments in the lesson? And then right here, there's another option for the content, and everything's organized real nice. So easy to build out a course. Let me show you discussions. This is really cool because we added a new option recently because we've been building this for months and we've been talking about it in one of our Facebook groups. So a lot of people have been looking at it and giving us feedback. So check this out. For discussion groups, we added this option here to make a discussion private. That means if you create a discussion group and any of your members post something in there asking a question, if this is toggled on, only the admins of the SureDash actually see that discussion that someone started. So you can communicate with people privately and securely, which is perfect for a coaching program. Or if you want to add a one-on-one aspect to your SureDash. Let's take a quick look at the settings. They are so well laid out. Everything's here. So branding, of course, popping your logo in there, giving your community a name. The different features are modular inside of it. We have social login. Here's the various text strings. And this is another advantage of SureDash is it's WordPress. Everything is translatable. So, but we also make some easy text labels here for things where you're not really translating it, but you want to add a bit of your style to certain text strings. This is how you do that. Display settings right here, the layout, so you saw in some of the spots, there was a certain width of the content. So discussions was one, lessons was another one. You can set those custom widths right here. All the colors that you would need to customize. And we're also having dark mode being added. You don't see it yet. So you'll be able to specify the exact colors for a dark mode and there'll be a dark mode toggle. Profile management right here. That was when I clicked on the user profile, my little avatar on the bottom left, and it showed some menus. So you can control the menu options there. Who are the managers of your SureDash? As well as some email settings. We are launching SureDash a little differently because we've been talking about it privately in one of our Facebook groups, and people really want SureDash now. And so the full vision of what we are planning on building is probably going to take another 3 months, maybe 4 months. And so, but what we've decided to do was this Wednesday, we're going to have a version that you can purchase. It's going to be, technically it's going to be an alpha. And what that means is these certain features we've built are polished and ready to go, but we don't have our events yet. And we don't have our resource library yet. So what our plan is we're going to make this available for people on Wednesday that want it, and they could start building with it, giving us feedback. And every other week or so, we'll have a new release that has new features, new improvements based upon user feedback. We've never released a product quite this way before. And the reason we're doing that is because people are asking us for it. So you can jump over to SureDash.com, pop in your name and your email address if you want to be on that notification list that's going out this Wednesday. Now, I normally don't do this. Show the Figma. Basically, this is our internal design, and everything that you've seen is implemented on a website, and I chose the colors. You might want different colors. I chose the style. You might want a different style. But I want to show you a couple of things that are coming based upon our Figma design. Now, from a design perspective, we are going to have a concept called themes inside of SureDash. What you saw was our SureDash theme, but we're going to have another one that will probably be more similar to what you see out of Circle. Now, I also showed you in all of the screens, none of them were set up to show a sidebar. So the sidebar is going to be an essential part of your SureDash if you're leveraging events and things like that. That's how you're going to let people know about things throughout your SureDash. So this is this is actually what it looks like now. I didn't show it because I didn't have it set up. The home area. So you can have this home area where it shows these different cards for each of the spaces that you put together. And another thing in here that you could see is the search. I don't think I showed you with the search. We have an internal notification system as well. If you saw, there was a bell on the top right. So if there's a notification, you can tag people in discussions. You can do all that kind of stuff that you would expect and have all these notifications. This right here is what our search looks like. So when you click on the search box, there's this modal that appears for searching, and the results appear instantaneously. This is what the bookmarks look like when a user's bookmarked a bunch of things and then goes to view it. However, we're going to have a more condensed layout. This doesn't, I think, scale well. This right here is a more condensed view when you're in a content feed or inside of a discussion feed to see it in a more condensed way. So we haven't built this yet, but we'll be building this soon, this kind of a layout. And this right here is what it looks like when you have a sidebar. And it's just like WordPress sidebars. You can do whatever you want. You can put advertisements, calls to actions. You could put a list of events, things like that that are important to your central hub. And this right here is a discussion feed. You can see where different individuals are posting, and it's that condensed view. You can see how good it looks. This is a nice shout out to my friend Ferdy Korpashuk. You know he has a YouTube channel. You probably came across it. So this is going to show you what you can accomplish from a customization standpoint with different color schemes. So you can see over here on the navigation, and this is inside the course experience as well as inside the SureDash. You can see there's a dark color palette being used for the black background, and the typography and all the elements are a lighter color, and it has just a more vibrant color scheme than what I actually showed you. And so you can just get an idea of the flexibility that you're going to have to make this look exactly how you need it to look. I didn't show it, but we have this now where you can interact in a longer post or discussion feed with lots of comments with this modal approach. This is very similar to what you see with Circle, where you have this full width experience of it with the comments and the content and everything. Also, I just zoomed into it. You see these badges. We are building this right now, a badging system, so that you can give users certain badges. You'll be able to automate this, as well as when we have leaderboards, there'll be ways to automatically award people these badges that you see. And this right here is another example of what it would look like when you're applying a custom color scheme to it, how totally different it can look when you do that. So now I'm going to go over a couple of questions that I know people are going to ask. So I'm just going to go over them right now. I got a list right here in front of me. So let me say that our philosophy with SureDash is to stick close to core, the core of WordPress. We've seen some other community plugins come out that are really just side-loading applications that create their own proprietary user interface and all of that. And what you love about WordPress, you just can't use with it. And also the core WordPress functionality, you can't use with it. So we're doing this entirely different. We're sticking very close to core. And what that means is all of your third-party products are going to work inside of SureDash. What that also means, though, is all the core capabilities of WordPress are going to work as well inside of SureDash for something as simple as, for example, scheduling a post. You can do that because it's a core WordPress capability and it's going to work inside of SureDash. The same thing goes for translations, and that's going to also be very easy with SureDash. And if you're a developer, all of your hooks and functions and code snippets, those as well are all going to work inside of SureDash. Now on the performance front, we're using something technical called the Interactivity API. And for those non-developers and non-techies of us, that is some core functionality and capabilities that WordPress added to the core of WordPress. And it was literally just, I think, 6 months ago or 8 months ago. It had been in development for a while. We extensively used the Interactivity API for SureCart, and we knew that this was going to be perfect to make a product like SureDash possible. Here is the online demo anyone can visit of the Interactivity API. In fact, I think it's wpmovies.dev. And this is what it means. You see how each of these movie cards have a heart, and watch what happens. I click on the heart and it likes it immediately. There's no delay. There's no page refresh. None of that stuff is happening. It's built for interactivity and instant loading. So I can click on this movie card like that, and what happens? It loads instantaneously. Let me unlike it. It's also instantaneous. I can click here and I can search. There it is, Godfather. There it is. See how that's all instantaneous? So this is the Interactivity API. We are probably the biggest users of the Interactivity API with SureCart. We know it inside out, and we're taking everything we know about the Interactivity API, and we are applying it to SureDash. I know that's all technical, but before this thing, Interactivity API, having one of these instant loading interactive websites was harder because there would be little bits of delays. Now, the second thing we're doing for performance is all the data for SureDash is being stored in custom database tables inside of your WordPress database. So we have our own custom data structures and we're able to optimize that to its fullest. On the notifications front, we are going to integrate with third-party push notification services because it's very important notifications when it comes to something like this. So we're integrating with these third-party push notification services. There's also email notifications, and there's when you're inside of SureDash, there's a notification system as well. So if there's something someone needs to be notified of, they'll have a notification bell with a red dot next to it, and there's a panel that pops out, and they can interact with whatever those notifications are. The mobile app. So that's going to be a big question, I'm sure, in a lot of your minds. Now, out of the box, SureDash is very mobile responsive and will always make improvements to prioritize the mobile experience and do whatever it takes to have a wonderful mobile experience, and it already does out of the box. As far as a mobile app, though, we're going to be looking into PWA apps. That stands for Progressive Web App, for those of you that might not be familiar. And what that will allow people to do is have their own custom app that they can submit to the various app stores for their SureDash. As far as pricing goes, here's what we are thinking. We're obviously releasing this as an alpha. We're going to have 3 plans. And these are going to be lifetime plans that we have available on Wednesday. So it'll be $199, $299, and $399. And if you are someone that purchased a Sure Members lifetime license, we're going to give you 25% off all of those prices. So to give you an example of what that would look like, if you're an agency, you have a Sure Members license, you want to get the highest SureDash plan, that would be $399 for 100 sites. And you can take off 25%, effectively making it $299, 100 sites, lifetime license. Let me tell you, that is a deal. Alternatives that try to have similar functionality are 5 to 10 times more expensive. So that is a very good deal. So if you're interested, you can head over to SureDash.com, pop in your name and email. We'll notify you on Wednesday when the alpha is available. There's a potential of it being a day delayed. I don't think so. We're pretty committed to having this ready on Wednesday. You're going to get the alpha version. The alpha version is going to have a polished course experience that I showed you. It's going to have polished content feeds. That was an example of me showing the announcements and things like that. And it's going to have a almost fully polished discussions experience. There's probably a little bit more work that we need to do on the discussions front. Of course, links work. That's an easy one. Now, what we'll be building over the course of the next 2 to 4 months, I'm saying 4 months just because I want to give ourselves a little bit of leeway. We're working on events. The way events are going to work is you'll go in, you'll schedule an event. It'll display on the front end and the time, the date, the link to where the event is held. Your members will be able to RSVP to the event. Enter comments would be like questions for the event that you would answer. After the event, you would go in, you would replace, you would basically not replace, you would put in the video of the event. So there's this record of the event for members to go that couldn't attend, and they'll be able to see it right there in your event feed. So that's how events are going to work. There's also a resource library. It's going to be very similar. You'll go in there, you'll create a new resource, give it a name, any kind of description, drag and drop your file, PDFs, zips, links, because resources can be anything. And this is a much more convenient way to have this central resource library for all the people that are going through your courses or inside of your SureDash. So that's what that is going to be for, and that's what that's going to end up looking like. Now, there's probably a bunch of other things that you might have questions for. I'll do my best to answer your questions down below. We're excited to be making this product. We're excited to use it ourselves, just to have this central hub. This is something that I've wanted to build for a very long time. And here we are. Now the stars are aligning. We have the e-commerce component. We have the interactivity API. We have the granular membership control. All these things are coming together to be able to have a product like this. I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm sure you have questions, and I'll do my best to answer your questions down below. So just feel free to ask away, and I could use your help to get the word out about SureDash, that this is here, this is coming. We're super excited about it. And thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, of course, if I haven't asked already. Thanks for watching.